places I should be. I just wanna be left alone to do whatever I please. I still can't really say what it is I'm looking for, but I'm gladly left behind the way I was before. There are days I wish I wasn't telling misery, but I think I'm coming around to a life that I believe. Hey mama, remember when I wouldn't even say hello?
What's going on, everybody? Frank here for the Bakersfield Gentlemen with some great news to give to you guys. Our good buddy Hack over at Vintage Havana Lounge in Ridgecrest, California has come up with an amazing promotion idea to help us out and to help out Cigars for Warriors. So basically, if you guys have not yet become a supporter of the Bakersfield Gentlemen, by starting May 1st through the rest of the month of May, he is going to match every donation made to Cigars for Warriors. So you sign up to become a supporter for $4.99 a month, he is going to give $4.99 to Cigars for Warriors. So you guys, if you want to help us out and help out Cigars for Warriors, make sure you guys hit that Become a Member link at the top of the page, or when you're commenting on our videos, hit that little teal shield with the heart. Thanks a lot, Hack, for helping us out with this. Hopefully this will help us out and help out Cigars for Warriors. Y'all have a great one.
All right, there we go. How's everybody doing this morning? Virgil, Cam, how you guys doing? First to check in. Guys, we got a special guest, and I think his camera he's no longer on right now. All right, so I'm gonna let him sign back in and write out. So I'll just give him a minute. But for right now, great morning to everybody out there rocking the new hat. Thanks to KMA Honest Abe over there helping us out. Really do appreciate it. Frankie, love your hat still. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still jealous of it. I'm with John. We're on the Steal Your Hat team, so you better be careful. But there we go. We got our guest on. I'm gonna throw you on now, sir. Okay. All right, there we go.
What's up?
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's
How we
going
doing
on,
today?
gentlemen? I'm doing fantastic. How are y'all doing? You know, it's
Doing
weird.
great,
I've
doing
never been in the interview seat. I'm usually the one interviewing, so it's really weird.
We're gonna ask some very personal questions. We're gonna get some old taxes, all that stuff today. Don't worry. Promise.
Fire away, brother. I'm ready.
Actually, before we get started, I just want to say Samuel, Tom, Jeff, Paul Major, Jim, Jason, everybody, how you doing in the comments?
I also
today?
want to thank Jeff. He became a supporter today. So thank you, Jeff, for that. Not only does that help out the show, but till the end of the month, anybody that becomes a new supporter, our good buddy Hack over at Vintage Havana Lounge is going to match that and send that as a donation to Cigars for Warriors. So that's another notch right there for Cigars for Warriors.
Love it. I love it. But let's get into some of the more recent stuff going on, man. So you guys have reopened to a limited capacity, yes?
Well, here's the thing, and it's funny that you say that. So the governor yesterday came out and said, you know, Mississippi is not like any other state. You know, every state is different, and we understand that. But the reality of it is we can't wait 2 weeks to see a decline. Our hospitals are not overstressed. We haven't seen more than 300 cases, yada, yada, yada. And he said, so I'm going to override Trump, and I'm going to open up small business 50% capacity. But the unique thing is, what people don't realize is he is leaving it up to individual mayors of each city. And now I have publicly supported Mayor Toby Barker. He was instrumental in getting the vote passed in order because, see, this city had a tobacco ban for 20 years before I opened this shop. And he was instrumental in helping and leading the charge to be able to get to the point where we could even open. And so I've supported him. But what I've tried to tell him is, you know, when you cripple an economy, it's going to cost 5 times as much as what we have spent fighting this. Now, when I say this, guys, I'm not taking any, you know, I'm not trying to discount the COVID-19 virus because we know that it's real. We know that it kills people, but it kills a specific population of people. And when we start implementing demands of you got to wear a mask, your business has to be shut down, now we're getting into socialism. And socialism never works. And as you guys know, out there in California, you guys are having a hard time. So I'm grateful that we have a governor that doesn't fall to bipartisan pressure. But I'm confident, but I'm not for sure what the mayor's going to do here. He's going to come out tomorrow. Supposedly, we're supposed to open Thursday at 8 a.m. as up to 50% capacity. But you know how the stick man rolls. I've been open this whole time. 3 weeks ago, they tried to put me in jail for not closing. And I told them to put the cuffs on me. It wouldn't be the first time. And the fire chief tucked his tail and walked away. So we need to understand that, first of all, an executive order by a city is not legally enforceable. And what we can, what people need to understand is search and do your homework. Okay. You can do the only enforceable order is an executive order by a governor. A mayor can issue an executive order and he can ask that you follow it, but it's not legally enforceable. You cannot apply any law to it to put you in jail or give you a citation or something like that. It's just they want to operate by fear and try to control. And Stickman doesn't play that.
Good. I like to hear that. And I am also glad to hear that they are trying to loosen up things for everybody across the board. And I got to say, what's what I'm looking for here? It's not like small businesses were trying to open to hurt people. And that's been what it seems like they're trying to make it sound like. It's either you closed and you wanted people to be safe or you stayed open because you don't care. That's not the issue. It's the issue of so many businesses out there don't survive being closed down for 3 months.
Yeah.
It just is not how it works. And
you're right.
As much as we could take precautions, sticking our heads in the sand and staying at home all day is probably not going to be the best call either. There were some studies done showing that your immune system gets weakened when you're not interacting with others, when you're not being exposed to what you're usually exposed to. So at what point do you kind of stop with the lockdown? You stop with all these small little details that add up that don't really actually help. And that's what I think a lot of people are getting really upset with. A lot of these things they're implementing weren't helping.
I think that you start opening up businesses right after your birthday.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Whatever. I didn't want to do anything.
That'll work.
So I got to ask you, what is smoking well over in your neck of the woods right now? What's running through your doors right now?
Well, I'll tell you, believe it or not, and I've told, let's see, last year, day after Christmas, Jonathan Drew sat, where's the table outside in this thing, but in my shop in Ocean Springs, and we sat and talked. And I told him, I said, I'm not a fan of the infused stuff, blah, blah, the acid. And if you know, next time on your show, I want you to try an experiment. Take an acid and flip it backwards and smoke from the foot. You will get no infusion whatsoever. I did that on my show, and I blew Brad Reese's mind. But acids, tobacs, I'm trying to think. Mike, what else is going crazy here in the Humidor? Believe it or not, Rocky Patel. I'm not a big Rocky Patel fan. I love him. I love what he does. But Rocky Patels are very inconsistent for the most part, and there's a few that are good. And speaking about Rocky Patel,
Oh man, Stickman, we're gonna put you in the holding cell for a little bit. Let me know if it's working. If you can hear me, okay? All right, brother. We'll hopefully have you right back. Dang it! And he's still frozen on my tiny screen, guys. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna hop off and hop back on in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we're talking about, small businesses need to be open. There are so many things we can do to be safe. And like you were saying, in the state of Mississippi, there's 300 cases.
That's crazy.
In Kern County alone, there was only 1,000 cases. More than half of them are already back to normal.
Yeah.
And it's good to see them trying to go area by area. I like that small government feel to show that, hey, we really care about personalizing everybody's experience and safety. Damn,
All
there
right,
we go.
sorry about that, guys. But anyway, so if you guys see this, this is a European release only. It is not available in the States. We are the only shop in the States to have this. It's the Rocky Patel Grand Reserve. It is offered in Belgium and Sweden and I think a couple other countries. But so this is probably the best Rocky Patel that I've ever smoked. And what I'm going to do is, soon as the stick man gets off the show, I'm sticking 2 in a bag and I'm sending them out to you.
Oh, I appreciate
thank you,
that.
brother. Yeah, I can't wait to try those. I've actually been a really big fan of his recent stuff. The number 6 was really good, and that is the Fine Rare.
ALR.
ALR,
The ALR. Yeah.
Limited Rare. Sorry, yeah, there we go.
Right.
Dang. So many cigar names, so little time. But
That's right.
yeah, and then we were talking a second ago about this. You said there's a 20-year ban on tobacco in your area. So how was the fight to get that up? Because that's not a little hill. That's a big hurdle to jump. That's a mountain.
Right. It took a year and a half, guys. I mean, I worked on this project for a year and a half. And as you guys can see me, I'm trying to walk through the lounge so you guys can kind of get an idea of what the place looks like. It is incredible. 3,500 square foot. It was fully restored. I mean, I'm in $1.5 million building, and it is absolutely beautiful. But the fight was hard. It was tough. A year and a half went into the work of this, and it was through a great many of people that helped get this off the ground, and I'm very grateful.
And it looks great. I've seen some of the videos, and it looks awesome. Cannot wait to go have a cigar there sometime.
Absolutely.
And then what is Jeff saying in the comments down here? I went to a local restaurant last night and actually sat down and ate there on the down low. hey, nothing wrong with that. Oh, man. But I'm not going to lie. I miss restaurants.
Yeah.
I miss sitting with other people. Oh, so.
Me too.
Okay, good. Oh, my God. I thought you froze again. I was going to be so sad. Oh.
No. I had it on Wi-Fi, but like I said, this is really weird, man, because I'm so used to being on your side of the screen, so it's kind of weird, man. It's just a weird feeling. And another thing that I want to ask, and I out on Facebook this morning. I said if masks work, then why do we shut down businesses? If they don't work, why are we forced to wear them?
Yeah.
It don't make no sense.
I've seen so many studies back and forth. Like, they work. They only help people from spreading it. They actually can make you more sick because you're trapping everything right next to your mouth. It's so confusing. And then the CDC wants to change their mind every couple minutes or every other day to tell you what is and what isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
I know that they're trying to give us those up-to-date information, but it just feels like they're throwing anything they find out without actually making sure it's true first.
Well, I'll tell you a couple of things. Maybe you guys didn't know. Maybe actually you guys are the Bakersfield gentlemen, so you guys are awesome. So I'm sure you already knew this. So I'll break it down for you. Number one, YouTube and Facebook have been banning and deleting videos that go against anything that the CDC and the World Health Organization say. Now, for those of you who don't know, the World Health Organization is run by a terrorist. Do your research. He committed mass genocide on his own people. Okay. So, and then Bill Gates just gave $1 billion to the World Health Organization. Bill Gates' dad ran Planned Parenthood. Bill Gates is for depopulation of America. So, guys, this gets so deep, it'll make your head spin. It is absolutely ridiculous.
See, and I've always been under the assumption that the people up top are just too dumb to do anything. So when anything happens, they just use it as a cover-up to cover up their own incompetence. Like when we talk about, what's his name? Bush, when everyone yelled at him about his response to Hurricane Katrina, I assumed that there was nothing nefarious. It was just literally government not knowing what to do and not being good enough at what they're doing, which is why I was always preferred private sector to do things. Schooling, I think we could teach better with private schools. I think construction can be done better with private businesses. It's just always been my thought.
Right. I agree with you, but the whole reality of all this is my question is, okay, so because we're the greatest country in the world, we will recover from this. Okay. We will. Okay. But the reality is, what's next? And what the message that we have sent our enemies, okay, is, hey, all we have to do is send a virus over there and they're fucking dumb enough to shut down the whole country and destroy an economy. We have 30 million people out of work. 30 million people. Now, here's an even deeper question. How many? Now, granted, we know that there are some people that desperately deserve the unemployment, stuff like that. But how many knuckleheads are saying, fuck this, I'm going to stay home. The government's willing to pay me $600 a week, and I've been making minimum wage.
There's quite a few jobs that I saw. I think one was a coffee shop where the lady got almost $500,000 in the small business bailout, and she had to hire back 50 employees. Well, her employees, because a lot of their money got based off of tips, they were making less than minimum wage. Now, through the government, they're making, I think they said $700 a week. And so they're like, no, we're not going to go back to work. We're going to stay here and, make our $700 a week and just relax. So
right,
she can't get her employees back.
Yep. And so now what we've done is now we've enabled the weak-minded, the lazy, and the ones that look out for a handout instead of a hand up to manipulate the system and cause us to go deeper and deeper and deeper into debt.
Yeah. And, furthermore, I think it's not just those who wanted it. It's those who have been working so long and, they didn't mind working at one point. Then all of a sudden, someone just hands you a golden ticket. Yeah. What are you going to say to that? You're not going to want to go back to a 60-hour week if you're barely making it by. And then they just throw money at you. Of course, you're going to decentivize people to work. And that's why those handouts they don't make sense.
Right. I'll say this. We have a majority of people in this country, they have become sheep. They have become sheep. And what we need is we need wolves. We need wolves that will stand up to tyranny, stand up to political correctness, and stand up to this fucking nonsense of the deep state wanting to depopulate this country, that want to, employ socialism. That's what this is boiling down to, guys. And the writing is on the wall. And there are some people, some leaders, and some politicians that are just too stupid to see it.
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, could not agree more with that. But back to, like you said, what's next? Not the internet, excuse me. The news is already pushing what's coming next. Apparently, it's Hornets. Apparently, that's the next big thing we've got to be afraid of. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I'm thinking if someone hops on this quick enough, because a buddy of mine's already making a movie based off of murder hornets, someone's got to make a cigar called the Murder Hornet. I know Black Label has the Killer Bee.
Yep.
So I think they might be best to get this next one out there. I want to smoke a Murder Hornet cigar if anybody out there has the capacity to make that.
Oh, that's very interesting.
You gotta hop on these little trends when you can,
That's right. That's right. What are you guys smoking over there? And damn, don't choke now. Don't choke on your coffee.
Excuse me. I got the Roma Craft Mastodon going on right now.
How do you like that? How do you like that, Frankie?
I love it. I've been on a big kick. Yeah, I wanted to buy the whole box, but we only got one in at the shop. So Trina said not to buy the entire box. But yeah, I like Roma Craft in general. But when I lit this one up about a month ago when we first got in the shop, now every time I go to the store to get my weekly supply, there's at least 2 or 3 of these in there.
Okay, wait a minute. I love Trina to death, but why would she stop a box sale if you're going to pay retail for it?
This way, everyone gets a chance to try it out.
Yeah, we get.
Okay, gotcha.
Shop, we kind of we have a deal with her, so I don't want to take all her inventory so where she can't sell it. So it's kind of to
okay.
be fair to everybody else, you know.
'Cause we got a good like dozen, if not more, like diehard Romacrat fans at the
Yeah.
lounge, and I would be super bummed if they didn't get a chance to try it just because this guy over here wants to hoard them. But at the same time, if he buys the box, I know I'm going to sneak in there whenever I like. So
Right.
the catch
Well,
22.
I'll tell you, Skip Martin. He's you know, that's one person I want to have on the Stickman Chronicles.
I would like to too. He's a character, that guy. Always honest. I'll give him that. I really do like that. If you want to speak your mind, speak your mind. I like that. And he's a brash guy. We met him a few times. He's brash, but he's definitely a fun-loving guy too, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's exactly who he is, and I like that. I appreciate that.
I tell you, I agree with you. I wish he would be such a company man. And what I mean by company man is people don't realize that the cigar industry is just as fickle and just as cliquey as any other industry. Okay. And I wish there were more real people and, just down to earth. Gabby Caffey, Glenn Loop. It's hard to find a manufacturer that's not stuck on himself. Pete Johnson, amazing guy. Nick Perdomo, amazing guy. And I won't mention any ones that not are amazing. But it's hard to find those cats that are just real, and not all about that, just, hey, I'm Robert Holt and I conquer the world, So, I'm just, anyway, sorry about that.
No, I love that guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love those guys over there. I cannot remember her name. But every time, gosh, this is gonna make me sound so terrible because every time I see her, she gives me a hug, and now I feel horrible. Now,
who are you talking about? You're not talking about Sharon, are you?
No, I mean her too. But there's another group that works.
It's Wow, now you're putting me on the spot.
Yeah,
Damn.
I feel so bad right now.
Gosh, dang it. It's Mr. Open's wife.
Yeah.
Sharon is phenomenal.
Yeah.
She is amazing. Absolutely.
The gentleman that they named the Cedars after, the size, the Hogan,
yes,
his wife.
And now, gosh dang it. We're not live anymore, guys. Forget what you just saw about that. Delete the last 2 minutes of your life. Don't listen to that part of me talking. But let's go into something better. What's next? Well, I mean, when everything reopens, I know 50% capacity kind of sucks still. It's not the best. But once it's finally open, and none more of these restrictions, you got an event planned or something you want to do big to kind of celebrate?
Actually, yes. And I'm glad that you asked that. So, I don't conform. So they did, usually in April, they have a thing right across the street from me. There's a city park and it's called Live at 5. So what we want to do is we want to invite 30 different manufacturers and do a mini cigar fest in September. So I'm working on the logistics and the permitting. And I think that we can get this done. I think that we can, I really think that we can accomplish it. And I mean, I would love to see 1,000, 2,000 people here.
That'd be awesome. That's a great plan. I like that. And, we're hoping to do the same. We go in November. It's about the time we do our Stogie Fest here in Bakersfield. We usually get about 10 to 15 manufacturers and then a couple of like accessory people. Like we try to get cigar porn over there. It just didn't work out for last year. We get some like cup manufacturers to do some really cool custom designs. And it's just so much fun. And then we got a booth for Cigars for Warriors, help them, raise some money, put some cigars together for the troops. And I love
speaking about you mentioned that this thing that you're doing for Cigars for Warriors. I have my own opinion on that, but however, I would love to support you guys. So is there a link that you can put in the chat? And I'll tell you what we'll do for anybody during the show. So you guys got like 6 minutes left. If you'll subscribe, I'll match it. And so whoever subscribes, I'll match. And
right.
we'll go from there. So if you want to put the link up on the chat, there's a link, and we will whoever subscribes. I think, what is it, $4.99?
Yeah, $4.99. Yep.
Okay, $4.99, whatever it is. If you tell me that 10 people joined, I'll cash app you the money and we'll go and we'll get started. I have my own feelings. I think Cigars for Warriors is a great idea. I just wish more of the frontline people would get the cigars, and they would be picked over by the people that sit behind the desk and call all the shots. But that's not for me, and that's what happens. Hey, see, you guys know me. I don't need any more friends. I got all the friends I need. I don't give a shit. Okay. I don't care if, what's his name from Cigars for Warriors like me. I don't care if anybody likes me. I'm going to tell the truth. And the bottom line is it's a great organization. It does wonders for those troops over there. But I just wish that they would get, they would not have to worry about getting the bottom of the barrel in the box.
So you're talking about once it gets over there kind of thing.
Yeah. It gets picked through the generals and the colonel and Cigars for Warriors. They swear that doesn't happen, but it does. I've talked to people on the front line. Matter of fact, I got a friend of mine that's a client of mine. He's over there right now, and he said it happens every time they get a box from Cigars for Warriors. There'll be 50 cigars when they get there, and there's like 17, and they're all boutique or no name or Bahama Jama or whatever.
I've had that brand before. It's pretty dang good. No, I'm just kidding. But at the same time, yeah, Cigars for Warriors does what they can, and then from there, it's kind of out of their hands. So I'm not going to hold that against them.
Yeah. Look, it's a great Storm. Look, Storm, great dude. Okay, it's a great organization. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from them. It's just I just wish that the cigars would go directly to the front line, and then the people that sit behind the desk and have desk jobs, let them get the leftovers. That's all I'm saying. And Jeff Faden says, I just supported this morning. Does that count? Absolutely.
There we go. All right. We got one on there. Thank you so much.
And if anybody else wants to support in the next couple of minutes here, so that Stickman will match it. At the bottom, you guys, where the comments are at, there's a little teal shield with a heart in it. You can click on that. It'll send you through some prompts. Or if you go to the Bakersfield Gentleman Facebook page, it'll say become a supporter.
Right on
you can click right on that. I think it's a blue bar, and it'll send you through the same prompts, and that'll get you signed up.
Yeah, well, and like I said, the Stickman Chronicles will match it. So that's how we roll, man. That's how the Bakersfield Gentleman. That's how the Stickman Chronicles. That's how we roll, peeps. That's how. And you know what? It's too damn early in the morning. I don't even have my coffee. It's 10 o'clock over here.
That's the first thing I needed this morning. I even woke up late. And I'm like, I gotta get over there. Oh man!
And why the hell do you guys only do a half hour? This is a great show.
Well, it's just something that Mike wanted to start just to give everybody a little bit extra, since we go live 3 times a week. But with everything going on, more people being home, something in the morning, and we figured 8 o'clock. It might be early here, but for you guys, further away towards the East Coast, it's a little later on in the day and in the morning. So he felt it was a good time, and I got to say, if I was able to get up at 7 o'clock every morning, I would be doing it too. But I'm only here on rare occasions.
This guy. I actually started doing this at 7 a.m. Starting time, and that was too early for me. I was like, nah, I'm going to do 8 o'clock. Everyone was cool with it in the comments, like, yeah, we understand. And I started because of when we all went into lockdown, everyone's bored. You need a little entertainment. And an extra 2.5 hours a week, basically, is what I'm doing. And it gets hard. If it wasn't for the guys in the comments, for guests like you, man, we wouldn't be able to do this. It would not work out. Because I couldn't talk by myself for half an hour even. It's too much. But we're gonna let you go now. We're gonna do some promos for tomorrow, because we got a guest on for tomorrow.
Yep.
And then we will catch you later, brother. Is there anything you want to let everybody know before we let you go?
Absolutely. Now, look, I want you guys to shine. So I'm honored and blessed that you guys allowed the Stickman to come on the show. It was amazing. You guys rock. You guys are rock stars. I emulate. You guys are my idols. So I emulate my show after you guys. Just catch the Stickman Chronicles every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. These cats that are over there to that way of me, they are they always come on the show, and they're phenomenal. So and guys, do me a favor. That link, click that link, support Cigars for Warriors, and just remember, you get Stickman to come out of some money. So make sure you do that. Guys, thank you so much, man. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
You have a good one, brother.
All right, you too.
7 is early. I woke up at 4:30, out the door. William, making me look bad.
5 what?
That's not a time anymore, right? Oh man.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
Oh my goodness. No, it's. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, but I was dying. We usually work nights. That's what we did before this. So my schedule was go to sleep at 2:33 in the morning and get up about 8 o'clock to go back to work for a little bit. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys being okay with 8 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. But yeah, a lot of you guys out there, early morning people. Samuel's, it's 5:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Gosh dang, that is some crazy stuff right there. But thank you guys all for watching today. Thank you guys for go check out Stickman stuff too. Be sure to do that. And tomorrow we are having Emmy from Cigar Cave on in the morning. In the afternoon, we might have a guest. I'm going to hit him up again. I don't want to say for sure right now, but we will be talking about stuff either way.
Yeah.
And then Friday we are having Cigar Chase Fire, 8 a.m., just like every other morning, 8 a.m. And then that's all I've got for right now. Anything, brother?
No, just you guys, before we end the show, don't forget, if you guys have a chance, hit that supporter button so we can get that double match for this morning. And still through the end of the month of May, if you guys want to go ahead and become a supporter, Hack has said that he's going to match that to the month of May. So, you guys, that's fantastic. Not only does it help out the show, it's going to go to help out Cigars for Warriors. So, if you guys are able to do so, I know times are tough right now, but if you're able to put aside that $4.99 a month, we really, really do appreciate that. Thanks to Jeff, who just became a supporter this morning, and everybody else who's been a supporter. We really, really thank you guys.
Yep. Thank you, guys. And we will talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.
Stay safe, stay healthy, guys. Bye.